Okay, good afternoon, Business 110. Hope everything's going well on this beautiful election day, beautiful sunny day. Wanted to send out a video on really this global module that you guys are all in. And there's a bunch of questions from the module under lessons that you need to do. And then you have the discussion post where I'm trying to give you a sample of certain cities around the world to give you a flavor of how they've changed so much compared to a typical perception that an American or American student has about that country. And there's a term that is not a really flattering term that the United States gets labeled, and that term is ethnocentricity. And ethnocentricity stands for you think your culture is better than every other culture. I've been to 50 countries, and I can tell you, except for North Korea, I would say that 49 of the countries that I come back from to the United States, I wonder why we aren't at their level. I wonder why we don't have what they have, like high speed trains and beautiful roads and bridges, free health care, beautiful buildings, no trash, absolutely gorgeous. And, you know, our perceptions of places like Mexico City, I went there last year and absolutely beautiful, opposite of what I had heard. I went to Peru. A lot of people have a negative perception of Peru. You go to Lima or Cusco or Machu Picchu, it's unbelievably beautiful. And the people are great and it's very safe. Go to the Middle East like Dubai or Qatar. Nicest people on the planet. They invite you over to their home. Everything's clean and immaculate and built up and beautiful skyscrapers and just the world has changed. I've been to Cuba 4 times. Havana is beautiful with the nicest people on the planet. And they're all partying and all listening to music and dancing in the streets and just a culture of happiness. You look at some of the cities now in Africa, Lagos and Nairobi, and all these places that have unbelievable cultures, and yet we are labeled, the United States, as a culture that believes our culture is better than everywhere else. Well, I'm here to say that's not true. And hopefully, if you get anything out of the module or anything out of the videos that I've put under collaboration, you will say to yourself, or at least question to yourself, why we would even say that. Because here's the question: what is our culture? Anybody know? What's our culture? If we think we're so much better, then what is our culture? And I know all of you are saying to yourself, yeah, I can't describe it. I mean, I can say things like Thanksgiving and hot dogs and 4th of July and cowboy and Hollywood movies and, holidays. And I don't know. We also have a lot of consumption and debt. We have crime. We have consumptionism. We're constantly working 2 or 3 jobs to pay for all of our bills. I mean, this is a better culture than places like Japan or Qatar or any of the videos that I put out for you to take a look at. We're better than Iceland. We're the third happiest culture on the planet. The happiest people live in Finland. We're better than Finland. So ethnocentricity, one country is accused of having it, and that's the United States of America. We believe our culture is better than everybody else. I can tell you, if you leave the country and you go to a place, I'm going to say almost anywhere, you're going to come back with a whole new mindset of that question. Are we better? I say no. And for people that have ethnocentricity, they treat people differently because you assume that we're better. You assume everybody should do what we do. Well, that's not right. And you should see our stats from education to the happiness factor to infrastructure to safety in the culture, where we rank and it's pretty low down the totem pole. I can tell you that right now. So you need to do your own research when you hear a dangerous place like Mexico City. You need to research it. You need to find out, is that really true? Maybe you need to get on a plane and go and find out for yourself. Things have changed dramatically since the 1970s. There's 195 countries in the world. About 160 of them have really gotten their act together and have really changed to where the perception is nothing like what it really looks like or feels like when you're there. And the problem today here is, how come we don't know it? How come nobody has told us about the Middle East, that most of the countries over there live in peace and it's very safe and there's lots of tourism and the food is phenomenal and the people are super nice? How come no one has told us that, either in school or on the news? How come nobody knows how that 60% of the population of the world lives on one continent, Asia? Why? Well, things are happening in Asia. There's a lot of opportunity and money to be made in Asia. There's a lot of people from around the world moving to Asia. South America and Central America have mostly changed from the 80s to now to beautiful cities and higher standards of life. I mean, quality of life. Look at Chile. Chile, Santiago, Chile, beautiful. Colombia, beautiful. Used to be really dangerous. Now Colombia is number 2 for tourism in South America. You got to do your own research. So I'm hoping that these videos that I'm putting out that are on Blackboard, that are due on 11/8, I hope they just inspire you to take a little bit of a look further down the road on what other countries look like, or deeper into some of the ones I put on. Take a look, make the judgment for yourself. If you traveled before out of the country, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you're probably saying he's exaggerating a little bit. I'm not. Or making things up about other countries. I'm not. You need to take a look, though, for yourself then. And visit them, look them up on YouTube. Do whatever you can to rid yourself of that ethnocentricity, because I can tell you, our culture, which no one knows how to describe, is not any better than other cultures I've been to. Something for you to think about. So if you have any questions about that, or want to talk to me further about this issue, either you agree or disagree or just want to talk, feel free to reach out and talk to me. Call me, email me. We'll set a Teams call. We can talk, or we'll just talk on the phone, whatever you want. Hope you enjoy the rest of the week, and we'll talk to you soon.